don't know what to do with it.
Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Let's get everybody tagged here. All right. And then the Stiller unit. Okay. So let us know when you are live with us.
Say together.
We'll say, did you find us?
I can't find where I can actually talk on here. Can I put something on?
So have you clicked the link?
Do I go to open app?
Yep.
All right, that's right.
All right. Hands are super dry today. Okay, I think we are ready. They're a few minutes early. I see you're there. Okay. Oh, goodness. Where are we at? Tuesday the 20th. Okay. All right, everybody, we are going to go ahead and jump in here and get started. So welcome to your Tuesday night virtual meeting. We're very glad to have you here with us. And this Thursday in our Girlfriend Hour group is going to be 7 tips for healthy skin, the winter edition. So this is going to be a great product knowledge training. So make sure, hi, Amanda, we're glad to have you here with us. Make sure you tune in to learn some really good product knowledge. We will be talking about the new barrier cream, along with some other skincare products that will help with winter skin. And then on January 29th, the last Thursday of the month, it is all eyes on Hue, and we will be going over our new eye sticks and training on those and showing our customers how to wear them. Then February 5th is Get Your Game Face On, and our Galentine's, Sip and Shine Galentine's on February 12th. So those are our next 4 weeks of virtual parties in the Girlfriend Hour group. Make sure you are in that group, that you are commenting, that you are tagging your customers. It's a great way to have some extra income come in. And you really don't have to do anything. You certainly don't have to leave your house. You don't have to get dressed up. You don't have to drive in the weather. Everybody can stay home and stay safe and have a great night on Thursday nights. All right, our January beauty box. I've already sold 5 of these. It is wonderful product, that Barrier Restore Cream. I encourage you to make a goal and then start texting everyone. What was that?
I said, I agree, 100%.
Yes, and I'm telling everybody it's the best cream they are not using on their face. So far, everyone who has purchased it absolutely loves it. They are so glad to get that. And of course, $23 of that going to animal shelters. And I am giving, because I really want my people to purchase this cream for a couple different reasons. I want them to support the rescue. I want them to start using this cream and reorder it from me. And I'm also giving them a January special deals. I know it's $46, but I'm doing this just with my customers. If you purchase this, you can pick one item off here at half price, because again, these are ladies who don't always purchase from me, but they want to support the rescue. And so what I want to do is take this opportunity to get them trying Mary Kay products and then reordering them throughout the year. Our Lucky 13 ended on the 15th. These cute, adorable little earrings. So you're getting ready to see the ladies who achieved Lucky 13. But remember, everybody can still earn this beautiful necklace. I'm wearing it right here. It's absolutely
if they do a 600 now and they didn't do it before the 15th, can they still earn it?
Yes, it goes to the 31st. Yeah. So you can still earn the necklace by doing a 600 wholesale order.
A little closer, Heather. That is not doing it justice. You need to get closer. Zoom in.
pies. You can see the little snow person there on that thing, but it is super cute. It's got all the sparkles around it here.
All
About
those
the size of a $50, I would say.
crystals are absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it really, really pops.
It just makes the earrings. It makes the whole set.
Yeah, super cute. So 600 wholesale by the end of this month, and so everyone's still in to win the necklace. Okay, everybody can win the cute little snow lady necklace. Hey, Wendy, to go with your set. So whether you have the earrings or not, everybody can still win this beautiful necklace. 600 wholesale by the end of the month. These are the ladies who finished Lucky 13. So congratulations, Jamie Revelle, Wendy Schaefer, Mary Jo Zinke, Linda Babe, Corey Popejoy, Vicki Friedrich, Donna Henson, Deb Stiefel, Ashley Harper, Judy Townsend, and Christy Bennell. Congratulations, everyone. But remember, we're all still in the drawing, all still in the running to win this beautiful necklace with the 600 wholesale this month. And I think you'll be so glad to have it. It is super cute. All right, Super Bowl squares are in full swing. I posted, and I'm not sure if anybody commented on it. I haven't had a chance to look, but I said, let's see your Super Bowl squares. Let's see those grids.
I do want to see them. I hate that we had to cancel last night. We missed a lot, but I don't know what you're going to do about it.
Yeah, everyone's safety is more important. But you can go ahead, take a picture of your grid and post it in your unit groups. I have a post in there asking you to do that so we could see them. And how close are you to finishing up your first Super Bowl square grid? Are you going to start a second one? What has been your selling strategy? How are you working with your customers? We want to hear from you. We want to hear your feedback on how your Super Bowl squares are going. So remember, consultants, each consultant is doing this own contest with their own customers, and you are giving away the gift cards as well. Okay, so we all do this separately. Not like our Kate Spade drawing, that it was all together. This is individual now. Okay. If you haven't started this yet, you still have plenty of time. It goes into the Super Bowl, which is February
8th.
8th. Okay, there you go. February 8th is the Super Bowl. So you still have almost 4 weeks left in this to do a Super Bowl.
I feel like if you haven't started, you're not behind. Okay.
Correct. You're not behind.
From what I can tell, we're going to have another bad weekend with very severe cold and snow. It's going to start snowing again tonight, all night long, and drop. They've changed those inches, but what I'm trying to say is those are really good days to start texting your people for these football squares to start reorders. And if not, start getting them to do facials. I did 3 faces today. I've got 4 faces tomorrow, and it's been very cold. So don't worry about making appointments. People are out there working, right? Well, you wouldn't know. Never mind.
All right, everybody. So get your grids out and maybe finish one today. Sorry, I don't know why I swallowed.
Sounds like you're down up here in our freezing cold.
I keep doing that today. Anyways, get those grids going. It's a great contest to run with your customers. It gets them really excited and gets them purchasing products. Now, consultants, we do have a contest for you. And for every 100 wholesale order you place in January, you can get a square. When we finish 10,000 wholesale, which means every square is completed, as sales directors, we're doing each unit will be doing, hi, Fabi, 4 drawings for $25 cash.
Except Amanda. Is anybody on?
We have Amanda, Wendy, and Fabi.
Okay, because I don't have any of those.
Okay.
Hi, Fabi.
So we're giving away each unit $100 when we complete our squares. So ladies, watch your totals. Like I said, I had a lady order 277. And one lady do 298. You're killing me. Finish those up, round up to the next 100 so you can get more squares into our Super Bowl contest for our unit. All right, our winning streak club. So the ladies in red have completed.
Here it is, guys. You want me to show it right now or wait?
You can.
Okay. So I gotta go over this way. This is the back of it. But I was sitting here looking at it from the back, and it even looks classy from the back. Now I'm gonna turn around. So here it is. You can put a lot of things in this bag. A whole lot. Can you see how big it is? Look at my head. Now you can see how big this bag is. The front comes down. Both sides come open. And of course, the inside is just huge inside. Okay? With little snaps on each side to hold bottles and things like that. This is huge. I'm not sure if I'm going to use mine for my lunch bag or to take things in. I mean, it just holds so much. I am really impressed with this bag.
Awesome. All right. So here are the ladies who have already earned it in the Gießen unit. You have already finished it. Christy Bennell, Vicki Friedrich, Ashley Harper, Donna Henson, Lori Pitzer Hansen, Deb Stiefel, and Judy Townsend. And the two ladies who are tracking, who haven't completed yet, would be Arlene Harper and Denise McCaffrey. Okay. And for our Stellar Stars unit, Jamie Revelle and Wendy Schaefer have completed. Congratulations. And Tracy Rote is still in the running to finish it up this month. Okay, so get your orders in, round up to the nearest 100, get those Super Bowl squares coming in, do your 600 wholesale, earn this adorable necklace you can wear. So cute. You're going to love it. All right, so we're good?
Good.
Okay. All right, remember with Mary Kay right now, when you place a 600 wholesale, in 4 of these 6 months, from January to June, you are going to get standing recognition at seminar. When you do it for 5, hi, Christy. When you
All right, Christy's on.
When you do it for 5 months, you get standing recognition and a sash. And when you do all 7, you will get the crossbody purse pictured there from Mary Kay. But remember, when you place a 600 wholesale order from your sales director this month, you will win this beautiful Snow Woman necklace right here.
Well, go do it again. Go do that again. Now you can see it much better. Although it doesn't do it justice. It's so cute. It matches the earrings perfectly.
Yep.
So this is 600 wholesale. Anyone can still win it for the month of January. And by the way, tomorrow is going to be 10 days left into this year, into this month, the first month of the year. It's going to end within 11 days. No, 10 days. It's 11 days now, 10 days after midnight. Can you believe that, Heather?
I know.
Seriously.
I did lose a week. I keep saying I feel like I lost a week. I did. When I had strep throat, I did lose a week.
Well, I'm not kidding. It's so amazingly going so fast, so very fast, even though we've had the cold weather. And those are really, really great days to check in, make appointments, because people are dying to get out. So as soon as it is good weather, they're out, or as of today, they're all out. And make those appointments now. It's the beginning of the new year. People want new change. We got wonderful new products to show them. And you know what? Our company is just doing an amazing job on teaching us how to get really good skincare product line. Okay. And I think we are just top of the board. I guess we are top of the world with number 1 skincare and color cosmetics. But I love that barrier restore. That is wonderful.
Absolutely. Okay, so Wendy, I will be shipping your earrings and your Winning Street Club prize directly to you. Okay, so they will arrive at your doorstep. And Fabi says she will be done tonight for being a red jacket.
All right, hallelujah. Okay, so I needed to know that because I was going to make some changes. All right, Fabi.
And then Amanda says 8 weeks till spring break. Woohoo! That's awesome. Do you want to go ahead and talk about the red jacket meeting right now?
Right. Well, like I said, I'm changing around because who's going to be there, right? So Fabi, I'm so glad you're going to be there. So we got Fabi, we got Judy that's going to be there, and we have Deb that's going to be there. And we have 2 others that are qualified, but they won't be there. That is Tish Emily and Arlene Harper. So But I'm so proud of you for working, making sure you make that challenge and make it come true. Now, the Red Jacket event is very, very special because it's a time. Oh, make sure, I meant to say that to you guys. I don't think I did. Make sure you bring your goal posters. So make sure you bring your goal poster that we made.
Red Jacket. So if you're an active Red Jacket, you have at least 3 active team members. The Red Jacket meeting is tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at the Sterling Star Center.
Don't call it a meeting. It is an event.
Okay, the event. Is it at the Sterling Star Center?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. At 6 o'clock. So it's where you get information that's can't really be shared to the whole unit because they're not where you are. So it's individualized training and more motivation for you to get where you need to go and to ask those questions. And that's why you are a step up, and this is a step up event for the people that are working in their business, walking their business by doing the sales and doing the recruiting. So we want you to be honored, wear your red jacket. We'll be taking pictures, and we just have so much fun at that event.
Very good. All right. Well, speaking of fun, we have another event for you. Our Star Consultant Girls Day in Davenport, Iowa is going to be Saturday, March 31st. I'm sorry, 21st. You do need to be a Star Consultant. Now, this quarter that we are in started on December 16th, and it ends on March 15th. And Star Consultant is when you place at least 1,800 wholesale orders during that time. It really works out to be 600 wholesale each month. That's an easy way to track it. If you stay on that, you'll be a Star Consultant. So you are going to go shopping at Plato's Closet and Von Mauer, and your sales director will buy your lunch at Biaggi's. It's a wonderful Italian restaurant in Davenport. And then plus a fun stop at Cookies and Dreams. So it'll be a real fun day.
It would be really fun. If any of you have been to Cookies and Dreams in the Quad Cities, it is totally amazing. It's not like the one you go to, which is a chain. What is yours?
Right. It's Crumble.
Yeah, it's not like that at all.
Right.
Cookies and Dreams is a private organization. A girl started this on her own. It just suddenly grew, and now she's got 3 stores all over the Quad Cities area, and it's unbelievably amazing.
It is. I've been there. I agree. Yeah. That'll be a fun day. So if you want to know where you're at for Star Consultant, you can log on to Mary Kay in Touch, and under reports, you'll find your status, or reach out to your sales director. Next Tuesday night, I will have everyone that has at least 1,000 wholesale in. I will have I think actually I start off with 600. Everybody who has at least 600 wholesale in for the Star Consultant quarter, I'll have your stats on screen for you next week. All right, that brings us to our Boss Babe training. So if you have been following along, our first teacher was National Sales Director who just retired this month, Emeriti, Lisa Madsen from Madison, Wisconsin. Lisa also broke the company record by having $17 million in commissions for her lifetime with Mary Kay, for her Mary Kay career. Just this last week in Nashville at Leadership, she was honored for breaking that record. So that was pretty amazing. And then last week's teacher was Davon Mowell, who she is from Nebraska. And I don't know, a few highlights from her teaching is she became a consultant 3 different times before she decided to actually work her Mary Kay business. And of course, now she's a national sales director. She did 100 faces in 4 months, and that's what got her to earning her first Mary Kay car.
Did she give us that technique?
Yes. Remember, we watched it last week.
Yeah.
We talked about practice models. She said she had to have practice models because she was moving out of state.
Oh, yeah.
She said, my shop hits every generation, every hour of the day. We are at a history-making moment in Mary Kay. And she said, you can have a successful business from your phone or from your home or from both, is where we're at with our Mary Kay business with the My Shop. So you can go back and watch if you missed it. All of these trainings are 10 minutes, and they are wonderful because they are really packed. They're power packed. 10 minutes of training from Mary Kay top national sales directors. And this week does not disappoint with the amazing national sales director, Kristen Sharp. So get your Boss Babe papers with you. This packet was emailed at the beginning of the month. If you don't know where it is, grab a piece of paper right now, take some notes, and then go back in your email and print out the packet, because there's a lot more information to go with this than what we're talking about on screen. So make sure you have your packet to go with that. So here we go. We're going to hear from Kristen Sharp.
So have you ever had a moment where something inside you just knew it's time? Not someday, not when everything feels perfect, but now. Well, hi, I'm Kristen Sharp, National Sales Director, and I've had several of those it's time moments in my life, and every single one of them changed the direction of my future. You know, I've been in Mary Kay for 19 years now, but my Mary Kay story began long before I ever ordered my own starter kit. It actually started 39 years ago when my mom made the decision to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant. At the time, I was 5 years old and my brother Scott was 2. And my mom originally joined to earn extra money so she could put me in piano and dance lessons. But not too long after she started her business, she became a single parent. And Mary Kay became our livelihood. If my mom didn't work, we didn't eat. If she didn't hold parties and appointments, we didn't have food, clothing, or a roof over our head. So she was extremely motivated to work. So when people talk about their motivation or their why, I understand it deeply. You know, my mom didn't start her Mary Kay business because it was convenient. She started because she realized it was time to provide, time to take responsibility for our future, and time to build something that gave her control. Now, looking back, I know it wasn't easy. She had disappointments, she had discouragement, she had seasons where things didn't go her way, just like all of us. But I'm so grateful that I got to watch how she handled those moments, because her career didn't just provide for me and my brother, it shaped who we became. Mary Kay wasn't just my mom's job, it was our family business. And we worked with her, we helped her. And even at 5 years old, I had responsibilities. My first job was to label all the products, and I did an exceptional job. And as I got older, my responsibilities grew. And, you know, we always had a goal poster hanging right next to my mom's goal poster. And we even had quarterly prizes that we were working toward right alongside her. When my mom was working for her first Mary Kay career car, I was working for a hot pink scooter, and my brother Scott was working for a Fisher-Price bubble blowing lawnmower. I'll never forget. And our first job was simple. It was to go to the babysitter and don't cry. In fact, we got paid $1 every time we went to the babysitter while my mom held a Mary Kay appointment. We tracked it in our little gold jar, and we would fill in a thermometer with every dollar. So even at a young age, I understood something important. This wasn't just a job. This is what happens when someone decides it's time to go all in. You see, our family Mary Kay business paid for traveling sports teams for me and my brother, our first cars. It allowed us to graduate college debt-free. And even though I grew up watching the success that my mom had in Mary Kay, and I was blessed to have grown up pink, like I call it, I wasn't sure that Mary Kay was for me. So after college, I went after what I thought was my dream job, to work for the New York Times bestselling author and leadership speaker, John C. Maxwell. Maybe you know him. Well, I love leadership. I grew up listening to his CDs in Mom's pink Cadillac. Yeah, I said CDs. I think before that it was tapes, like cassette tapes. But I called John's office 75 times and I got 74 no's until I finally landed a job at his office. And what I realized later is this: I didn't take the rejection personally. I understood that each no wasn't about me. It was just part of the process. And I understand now why I could respond in that way. I had already watched this before. I had watched my mom hear no in her Mary Kay career over and over again. I watched her build from the ground up, party after party, goal by goal, all the way to national sales director. I had seen firsthand that no wasn't the end of the story. It was just part of the process. So when I was calling John Maxwell's office and hearing no again and again and again, I actually wasn't discouraged. I was actually conditioned to keep showing up, conditioned to stay professional, conditioned to trust that consistency eventually leads to a yes. And without even realizing it at the time, I was developing one of the most important skills I would ever use in my own Mary Kay business: the ability to keep moving forward without letting no stop you. So at 23 years old, I moved across the country from Washington State, the one by Oregon, to Atlanta, Georgia, to work for John Maxwell. I didn't know a soul. I actually found a roommate online. I bought a car over the phone, and none of those were like normal at this time, okay? I loved working for John. I learned so much, but my schedule was brutal. I traveled 5 to 6 days a week. I was rarely home. I was eating off like the dollar menu. And looking back, I'm grateful. I'm actually grateful that I got tired of staying in hotel rooms. I'm grateful that I got discouraged. I'm grateful that I was broke, living paycheck to paycheck, because discomfort has a way of pointing you to truth. It forced me to ask better questions of myself. Like, what do I want my life to look like? And what really matters to me? And that's when I realized it was time. Mary Kay had everything that I was looking for, and I could finally see myself in this business. So I called my mom and I told her that I was ready to order my starter kit. I'll never forget it. There was this like complete silence on the phone. I'm like, Mom, are you there? And after a long pause, she said, well, that sounds like a great idea, honey. So on June 1st, 2006, I became a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And the very first thing my mom told me to do was to hold a perfect start. She said, book 8 parties to hold at least 5, a perfect start. She told me that skincare parties were the answer to any question I had about the business. Now, in the beginning, I was actually totally against skincare parties. And to be transparent, I actually felt like I was above them. I had just worked for a New York Times bestselling author, and I thought I was going to come into Mary Kay and find like this new and better way of doing things. Well, when I started, my mom still lived across the country from me in Washington State, a 9-hour plane ride. And there was no like virtual new consultant training. There wasn't Zoom. There wasn't like FaceTime like we have today. And she told me, Kristen, book 8 to hold 5. That was like new consultant training. And well, I wanted to prove her wrong, like any daughter, right? My plan was to do parties just long enough to show her that there was a better, more profitable, faster way to build. Well, 19 years later, oh boy, turns out, oh my gosh, Mary Kay, Ash, and Mom were right. And I figured it out in the beginning that they were right. And this brings me back to my very first party, you guys. My hostess's name was Barbara, and I was pre-profiling the guests for her party. I realized that every single woman coming had bronze skin, and clearly I do not. And I had 0 experience with bronze foundations, like no consultant training on that. So I called my mom in a panic saying, okay, Mom, what do I do? And she said, pull out all the bronze foundations and just put them on your face so you can understand the undertones. So literally I had them all slathered on my face, and I still did not understand the undertones. Like there was no CC creams, okay? This was a little bit more intense. And of course the party started and we got to the foundation section, and I looked around the room and I was like, oh my gosh, everyone is orange, like really orange. And they knew it wasn't the right color. I was frustrated. I was embarrassed. I was so uncomfortable that I didn't even do a table close. I didn't even share the opportunity. I was like, get me out of here. I just want this to be over. And they were saying, oh yeah, that's not the right color. Oh yeah, that's not right color. And then Barbara walked up to me and she said, Kristen, I want to join Mary Kay. And I said, you do? And she said, yeah. You don't even know what you're doing, and you're not even giving people the right foundation shade, and people are still buying products. Look at how much people are buying. I can totally do this, Kristen. Now, I didn't know if I should like laugh or cry in that moment, but I learned one of the most important lessons of my career that day. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to jump in. And sometimes not having it all figured out is exactly what allows someone else to see themselves doing this. Barbara ended up being on my team for over 17 years, and she taught me how to find bronze foundations. She also showed me the importance of diversifying my team. But more importantly, she taught me that finding people that are skilled in areas you are not is not a threat. It's actually key to your success. And this is exactly why this season and this Kit and Commit challenge is so perfectly timed. From the very beginning, Mary Kay Ash designed this business to be built through skincare parties. The original intention was to book 8 and hold 5 within a 2-week period. Why? Because momentum matters. When parties are closer together, confidence builds faster. Skills sharpen quicker. Results compound. So when you're watching this and saying, yes, it's time, I'm ready to go all in, I want to encourage you to think beyond just one perfect start. Doing this Kit and Commit promotion, you have the opportunity to do multiple perfect starts, not just 1, not 2, 3, or even, gosh, you could do 4 or more now through February 15th. Yes, there's recognition. Yes, there's the opportunity to earn a call with legendary National Sales Director Emeriti Linda Tupin and Pam Shaw. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Now, before I close, I want to say this clearly because I understand. When I joined Mary Kay, my mom had already booked or recruited just about every friend or family member like we had. And there wasn't like this big list of like waiting for me to contact. So if you're thinking, oh, I just don't have the friends or family to book, or Kristen, I don't know where to start, I want you to hear me. You are not behind. You just have to build momentum a little differently. So here's the math. A leads are people you already have a strong relationship with, and know that A leads book at about an 80% rate. Now there's also B leads. Now these are friends of friends or referrals from A leads, and they book between a 40 to 60% rate. And then there are C leads. These are cold leads, facial box leads, random warm chats, vendor booths, like people you don't even know yet. And they book closer to a 20% rate. And with technology, that percentage can actually go down. Now, how did I figure this out? I tracked it, and a tracked number grows. So all leads are not created equal. And what I have found is that many consultants have been spending a lot of time trying to book C leads with a 20% booking rate. And only focusing on C leads can be time consuming and discouraging if you're not dealing with a large volume of leads. So understand the math. You can't expect C leads to perform like A leads without adjusting the volume. So once you understand that, the emotion comes out of it. Also know that even when you're at parties that are well coached, not all of them are going to hold. And that's not failure. That's just real life. That's why Mary Kay said, book 8 to hold 5. People reschedule, dentist appointments, hair appointments move. So the goal isn't perfection. The goal is to get good at the skincare party. So I want to encourage you to dust off your starter kit and move into action. Sit down and make your lead list, starting with A and then B and then C. And if you don't have enough, talk to your sales director about how to get more leads. Get masterful at booking from your bookings, because momentum doesn't come from waiting until you feel ready. Momentum comes from moving while you're learning. So if you've been waiting, overthinking, telling yourself you need more time, this is your moment. But more importantly, this is how top achievers are created. Looking back, the most strategic thing I ever did was fully jumping into the skincare party and committing to mastering it. Because everything I wanted from this business came from parties. Confidence, customers, team membership, directorship, cars, the million, national sales director. And the more parties I held, especially when I held them closer together, the faster I moved up the career path. Momentum doesn't come from doing one party really well. Momentum comes from doing many parties consistently. And some of you watching this today, you're standing at that same decision point. You've been thinking about the next step, the next goal, the next thing you keep circling. And if it keeps coming back to your heart, that's not random. That's clarity. And clarity is God's way of whispering, it's time. It's time. Time to decide, time to commit, time to move. It's your time, and you can do it.
All right, here we go. All right, so what are some of your takeaways from that? I knew she was going to be amazing.
She's always amazing. Kristen Sharp is always amazing. And you know what? How does she get her teeth that white? I honestly did she just go get them cleaned and bleached?
I'll get them whitened. Yeah.
It's like, wow. I mean, she's just so amazing. What she's saying and how and her whole persona is.
Okay, so what are some of your takeaways, Mom? Do you have anything you want to mention?
Well, I really like that. I loved at the very beginning. She says, it's time to go all in. It is time. And that's kind of what we've been talking about at the meetings. This is time to go on in. This is a numbers game. Let's get your numbers. She talked about volume, that A, B, and C leads of where you're going to get these parties, adjust your volumes to that. I love what she said about your C leads are not going to take you to the same places that your A and B leads are, right? And I love that because she just talks so meat and potatoes with us. I absolutely love it. Let's see. Parties are the answer. Parties are the answers to your business. And you just have to jump in. You're never going to know all the answers. I certainly didn't know all the answers when I started. I don't know how you felt because you're at a different level, but I didn't think I knew all the answers. But I just had to jump in because we were hungry too. And we had house payments and we had everything else. So that's what you just do. And she's exactly right. The results compound when you're doing the parties closer and closer together. The results compound. So results are faster. You're not dealing with the leads like from we love those leads. We love the C leads, but they can't be your only leads, is what she's saying. Is that what you picked up too? Because they're 20%, and our B leads are your 40%, and I think the A leads were 80%.
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. Book from your bookings. Hallelujah. Did I not teach that for years and years and years? Always book from your bookings. I still have the stack packs in the office. I think maybe I should tear this apart and just do the one gift in the middle. But that stack pack is how you are booking the party. That's what is coaching your party. That coaches it when you're not with that person that the last minute her world's falling apart. She says, I can't hold this party. And she has that stack pack in her house and she goes, oh, yes, I can. I'm going to make sure I do this because I want to get those 4 presents right there. Right. So, but I still do the present in the middle of the table for the parties and always book from your bookings. She's booking. She's doing it so good. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I did right.
Yes, Wendy said she's always amazing, a great speaker. I love that she's transparent with her failures. And Fabi says she's always looks amazing. Yes, I agree. I like the momentum comes from moving while learning. Let's see here. I thought it was pretty impressive calling John Maxwell's office 75 times to get a job.
I was sitting there thinking, maybe 20, maybe 25, but 50 more times?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It wasn't the great job she thought it was, right?
Yeah. Discomfort points you to the truth. Momentum matters.
Discomfort points you to the truth.
Yeah.
I think that should be a sign in your office that you hang up.
Yeah. So she's amazing. Kit and commit. So book those 8 parties to hold 5 in 2 weeks. So that is the challenge. Ladies, to book 5 parties. Again, you can do them multiple. Party is 1 hostess and 2 people.
What have I always said? You plus 2, right?
Yep, you plus 2. And they don't have to be hours and hours long. The faster, the better, because if you keep people there too long, nobody's going to want to book with you. And just do the basic skincare, CC cream, and the color, a color card. And that will be the fastest way to continue. You want to remember, people want to have a good time. They want to have a fast, fun ride and do it again, right? And that's where you get the more bookings coming from. So these do not have to be marathon parties, really short, really fun. There's all kinds of different themes you could go with, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. But you can do them in person, virtual. But that is the challenge, to do those 5 parties in 2 weeks. So hopefully you guys are excited. You're ready to take that challenge. You need to find 5 people, just 5 people that love you enough to have their 2 neighbors pop over and do this for 45 minutes. Don't make it into a big deal. I think sometimes people do that when they think of parties. They think, oh my goodness, I don't have time to host them. I don't have time to do this.
I don't want to make all that food, or go,
right. Keep it fast and fun, grab some cookies and she can put on a pot of coffee and that's it. It does not have to turn into a big ordeal. And get through the basic skincare, the CC cream, color card, and then again, rebook so they want to do it again with you. All right, ladies, let's talk about, whereas we're talking about sales, let's go to our queen of sales. Our queen of sales for this week with $200 in sales is Tammy Chiappa. Woo-hoo!
Way to go.
Congratulations, Tammy. All right, go ahead, Mom.
All right. And for our Queen's Court, we have for our fourth runner-up to the Queen is Ashley Harper with $137 retail. Yay. Our third runner-up to the Queen is Judy Townsend with $446 in retail. And then our runner-up right next to the Queen, and I mean right next to her, is Deb Stiefel with $636 in retail sales. And our number one queen, this is your big surprise, Christy. Number one is Christy Bennell at $686 in sales.
Woo-hoo!
And I've been with Christy a little bit this last week, and she is really working that Super Bowl football challenge. She's really working at, and so is Deb. We know that. And Christy's doing it the same way Deb is, and they are just going to town. I'm sure that's what Judy and Ashley are doing also. So awesome. I'm just so excited for our first-time queen, Christy Bennell, for retail sales.
Way to go, ladies. Awesome. Now, one thing, remember, if you have customers that are purchasing product throughout the week for your Super Bowl squares, and they are in the Girlfriend Hour Facebook group, they can get entries on our spinning wheel. So please let me know. I would love to do that. And I think that'd be a good way to kind of plug them into watching that group. So if, again, you have customers purchasing from you and they are in the Girlfriend Hour group, if they're not, get them in there. But if they are, let me know. Shoot me a text. Ashley's always so good, and I appreciate it, Ashley, of texting me on Friday and letting me know her entries. So put that in your phone. Put an alarm in your phone for Friday morning to text me your entries for that week for our Sold Queen drawing.
Ashley, also, Amanda, I did mail out Amanda's charcoal mask. Wasn't in town for quite a while because of the weather, but I did mail that out today, and they said it would be 3 days. And Heather, your checks are coming in 4. Okay, just so you ladies know.
Perfect. All right, everyone, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you Thursday night.
Football challenges, I want to see those, and make sure for All Red Jackets tomorrow night, Fabi, Debbie, and Judy to bring your goal posters. We're going to work on those, okay?
All right. Have a great night, everyone.